Oh, I didn't see you there. Salutations. I'm Eli Robinson, and I'm going to be introducing you to the art of painting. In order to paint, you're going to have the basic equipment. Your easel, so named because there are no W's in art. Your doodle, to hold your paint and to mix paint. Your brush, to apply the paint to the canvas. Now, that's important. The canvas, the work surface, the place where your magnum opus will rest for all eternity. And you're going to need your artistic spirit. Selection of paint is very important. For this piece, we're going for a natural impression. So, we have chosen doo-doo brown, laundry detergent blue, blackety black black, doo-doo green, red, white, and melted crayon yellow. Now, your art cannot stand without powerful calves to hold it. We are going to need to apply a base layer. It will eventually be our skyline and may appear in parts of the paint where we need it. Applying the base layer, or calves, of the painting is very simple. Simply dab blue, or whatever color you may choose, and run it along like that. You'll continue this process until you have a background. Wind up with something like this. Now, the first thing we're going to draw is a tree. A big, mighty tree. But where does it live? Let's say it lives right here. Let's be bad. Let's draw another tree. Let's go crazy. Let's draw 3 trees, and that's a big one. Now, trees need leaves. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to photosynthesize, and they would die. So, you're going to need to draw leaves. Very important. And don't worry if yours doesn't look exactly like mine. I am a professional. Trees were actually invented in 900 BC by the Chinese in order to scare off the English, who thought they were giants. And there are beautiful trees. But look at all this space behind those trees. You could fit a whole mountain back there. In fact, we are going to fit a whole mountain back there. We're going to take a little red and white. Everyone loves white mountains. And let's go crazy. Let's throw in a little brown. Let's draw a mountain. Now, mountains are actually used to produce volcanic dust. So we're going to have to draw a little volcanic dust. Now, I like to draw my volcanic dust with a little brown, but mostly white. Billowing out. Volcanoes have been around for millions of years. In fact, the citizens of Pompeii were the first people to truly appreciate the beauty of a volcano. Now, above the powerful trees and the terrified citizens fleeing from the horrible fiery death that the volcano god provides, among the taffeta are little blackbirds. Now, to draw a blackbird is very simple. You're going to use black, and you're going to draw little V's in the sky. And you can just add as many of these as you'd like. Now, when you've drawn all your blackbirds, you're going to be thinking, wait those blackbirds are just going to be flying around forever because they don't have a ground to land on. Well, you're right. They don't have a ground to land on. So, we're going to add a ground. Now, grounds are mostly made of dirt and American ingenuity. We don't have American ingenuity, but we have dirt. And you're really going to lay that dirt on there. Because without dirt, we wouldn't have... Dirt doesn't do anything. It's still important in the painting, though. Now, at some point during this painting, you may be thinking, golly gosh, Eli, I don't have your skills, talent, and handsome good looks, and I didn't come up with what you came up with. But that's alright, person who sounds nothing like me, because there are no mistakes in painting. There are only happy accidents. Now, assuming that you haven't made any mistakes, we're going to be drawing the tree line right in front of the mountain. Now, as with all trees, we know, they need leaves, so they're going to be green. At this point, we can just go wild with our imagination and draw anything we like in here. We can draw an unexperienced hiker dying from exposure. We can draw an elephant, or we can even draw a squirrel. In that order. So I drew a wolf. We all know a wolf wouldn't be caught dead without its flesh, so we're going to have to add some fur to that wolf. Perfect. Now how could that wolf survive without some prey? In order to feed the wolf, we're going to have to add some smaller animals, like bunnies, tiny antelopes, and regular-sized jackalopes. Very good. And since this is a contemporary piece, we're going to have to add some deforestation workers, here to decimate the wildlife and their natural habitat. Look at those happy workers. Now, even the most experienced painters don't know how to draw buildings correctly. So we're going to go ahead and sneak one in on this one. We're going to use our classic brown. And we're going to draw a poacher's shed, where they throw away the unused materials, like the skin and the bones to rot, while they sell the ivory on the black market. What you're thinking? It's awful gloomy up there in the taffeta and blackbirds, so we're going to brighten up an otherwise gloomy day in this doomed forest by adding a sun. The sun is an important part of all pieces because it provides the light. Now, a lot of the beginner artists' biggest problem is that they do not know when to end the piece. They overpaint, to say. But I have been painting for years, and I know precisely the amount of paint to put on the canvas. And there you have it, folks. The golden number is about a 1 to 12 canvas to paint ratio. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm done. But every artist cannot forget to place his signature, to spread his name and prevent forgery. There you have it. Now, a lot of painters have fallen into this terrible craze of subliminal painting. And that's just not okay, because you want your audience to perceive their own emotions and message from your painting, and not one that you put in there. Mind, you should have your completed piece. The feeling that one gets when they paint a picture, when they capture a fleeting moment in time and place it into an immortal construct that will stand through the tests of the ages, that will stand through the falls of governments and hierarchies, is okay. The most important thing to remember, though, is that the beauty lies in the eyes of the guy who's going to buy your painting. And so, you really want to take into account what a rich person likes. And with that final piece of information, I have told you everything you need to know on how to paint a picture. The journey that we have shared together in this short time has been one of arduous labor, hard work, and determination. But I hope that you get out what I got from my first experience with painting, which was this. Thank you. And as they say in show business, don't take an uncovered drink from Ryan Gosling.